were photographs that I took while accompanying Chungla Rinpoche back to his birthplace. He hadn't been there in 50 years and was invited back. We left Lhasa, we flew to Chengdu, then we flew from Chengdu to the airport in Chengdu, and then drove to Daya, where Rinpoche is from, and I just photographed and immersed myself in this process, in this journey, photographing everything that I could along the way. It was an honor for me to be accompanying my teacher back to his birthplace, to be going to the place where he comes from, to be experiencing firsthand the environment in which he grew up, and particularly to go back to his monastery, the monastery that belongs to him and has belonged to the Chungla Lamas over lifetimes, and to go visit the mountaintop that belongs to the Chungla Lamas. In terms of photography, it's all very straightforward. I used a 35mm lens on a 35mm camera. I had 3 cameras with me. Well, one had a 50mm lens, and I didn't, there's nothing photographically intricate. I photograph looking for the place, the spot where I feel the elements are in harmony, where the information is in harmony with the framing, and that's when I take my picture. I don't really think that my attitude towards photography has changed as a result of becoming a Buddhist or becoming a monk. I did try early on as a new monk not to take pictures. But then I felt that that was not really respecting a whole part of my life and my interests. I struggle with the whole idea of becoming attached to photography, but I try to keep a camera with me and I try to photograph as I lead my life. I don't believe in style, in a style of photography. I believe that you just take pictures, and that if you are doing it as correctly as you feel you should, that in itself will establish the way you see. When I look at a composition, I will find the place where I think it looks right. That's when I'll take the picture. Now, that tends to be rather similar for me. In other words, you'll find the same sort of element, compositional quality to the pictures that I take. But one shouldn't seek that out, or I don't believe in seeking a style or a way of making things look. I think, on the contrary, you try to remove as much superfluous stuff and find a place where it's, what you see is sort of simple and straightforward, and that's the picture that I like to take. In terms of the Buddhist element, what makes something spiritual, what makes something virtuous, is your motivation. If the motivation with which you take pictures is somehow selfless, is for the benefit of others, then it is a virtuous endeavor. If it's simply selfish, then it's a non-virtuous endeavor. If that's the criterion, which I believe it is, for determining whether something is spiritual or virtuous or not, then I would say that 99.99999% of the photographs I take are taken with a rather unspiritual motivation. I was invited to bring this exhibition of photographs here to Taiwan. I'm a monk, and I'm a photographer. And maybe this series of photographs shows that one can be a Buddhist practitioner and engage in some form of creativity, that the two don't need to be contradictory, that maybe we can try to bring a little bit of Buddhism to whatever we're doing, whether it's photography, whether it's being a banker or a lawyer or a waitress or a truck driver, whatever. I try to do it with photography. Well, from a Buddhist point of view, it's wonderful to come to Taiwan, which is a country where people are really interested in practicing Buddhism and learning about Buddhism. It's been a pleasure to return here year after year with Chungpa Rinpoche as he's taught. From a photographic point of view, it's been a pleasure photographing. Taiwan is full of wonderful things to take photographs of, and I've really enjoyed coming here and photographing.
Thank you.
Thank you.